Hello and welcome back to the Spain campaign, and where we left off we were, well, slowly building up Spain's ability to pursue a war. Now, we're not far away now overall from being able to maybe do something with Portugal, whose highest threat against them is South Africa. My hope is that we can just, as I say, sort of take them out a little bit, because I would love to make like an Iberian Union type thing going on, and there we go, we've just got ourselves... oh, I didn't need the recon unit. Oh well. A little bit of IC practical, why not? Right, small depth charge, 41. Yeah, our navy's not looking too bad now, At least on the destroyer front. And IC for resources, not worth it. And supply transport and the like. It's weird building up a minor nation like this because we have a lot more IC, etc. than I really thought we would have. So I find it kind of impressive that we've got the level of stuff that we do. Yeah, supercharger we want. And the bombing site. So yeah, there's a few techs in air and things that we want to grab. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, we've got more options than I realistically thought we would have, and I still think that if we can do a sort of sucker punch blow to the Germans, that would be really useful. Now, we're still in a position of, I think, being unable to... Yeah, so our neutrality is going back down again now. We need to be less than 65. So I'm just going to drop a little save. So what is it currently? 66. Right, so light transport activation, we definitely want that. So we just got the ability to build semi-motorized infantry, I believe. And we lose a little bit of money, but we also get a much better entertainment show impact, which is good. Right, small arms, 1940. And I don't mind that computer tech running. 37. And yeah, so we're already doing this, which means we've got a little bit more spare IC opportunities for when it comes to the capital ship stuff, which is good. So money for energy, res. I think we'll do all of those. And expand our small shipyards. IC production. Does that mean we can do... Yes, we can. So we'll definitely grab you. Money for energy, why not? And I think we're going to need to start trading some stuff to a few of some few nations. Right, so efficiency and production there, which looks like the ones that we were already doing at some stage. Yes, truck and primer maneuverability, and we can get motorized AA supports, etc. I'm still getting used to my new desk, and I have a habit at the moment of knocking off my old subwoofer for my speaker system. Right, and yeah, we're still putting a little bit more into our IC impact at the moment because we're trying to build up so that we can get the global intelligence headquarters. So advanced education investment, why have we suddenly fallen off the edge of a cliff? When it comes to our stuff, what's going on? Excusez-moi. Okay, well we seem to have lost some momentum there, that's a bit weird. I mean, we've still got enough to... We've just lost effectively one leadership point there, which is weird. So we could do... We still need to do, yeah, the truck and primer maneuverability, so we're going to do that. It's mainly metal that we're lacking at the moment, so hopefully we get a trade for that soon, and yay, another fighter plane. Good. Right, seaport capability, so we're all bang in line on that now. So that's good. Truck and primer, yeah, we're already doing that. And 4 shipyards. And less than 65 now. Global Intelligence Headquarters. I would say build that, thank you very much. Because it gets us a little bit of research bonus. And I do want motorized support units, so. Right, seaport, thank you, we'll grab that. Now in armour we've got infantry support tanks, which is a useful addition. And a 37 medium fuel tank tech that we need to grab. Money's a little bit stagnant. And we can send this light armoured division over. We upgrade it to cavalry. And there goes China. So Japan definitely did its job there quite easily. Right, so Japan has created its puppet, which is interesting because they didn't quite finish the war. So it'll be interesting to see how the AI reacts to that. It doesn't normally do well with puppet borders and sort of fixing them. Right, industrial production. Yeah, we'll let that run. Along with industrial efficiency, and that gives us a little bit extra. And then, yeah, we can funnel that into bringing down that, right, our veterans from China, Game and Armaments Factory. What we can do is we can convert you into a mountain infantry. Chuck you to the top. And just continue to bring that descent down. Speaking of which, we must be below the threshold now for some laws. I guess not. Neutrality is below 65. Well, what's it at? 65. Great. So what if I wanted to declare war on Portugal? It's nearly there. So it's 65.06. So in like a couple of days it will get there. Interesting. There we go. So it's another wing fully filled out. That takes us to 23 planes. Now we can just put the extra IC into removing that descent. Right, infantry tank, and well, hey, back around to doing infantry, etc. Oh, we could even start a little parachute wing, but we're not going to do that. Spain reminds me of like an even worse state Italy. That's what it reminds me of as I play it. Like an Italy that's even more in the shit. Except with a much greater ability to build up its industry by the looks of it. So screws, etc. Yeah, we're at a sort of weird point now where we can probably start thinking, yeah, like fast battleship upgrades, etc. We want to build some modern ships. and try and fuck up Italy at some point. You're 38 levels, so we can grab you now. Along with the transport ship hull, etc. Right, railroad network. Right, let's get turbines. And then relatively soon we'll have to start thinking about how we want to sort of set things up. Right, so that's going to give us a bit of a debuff, but I imagine the ability to choose Chromite is going to be an option relatively soon. Right, lots of rebellions in the far north, but in the far north only. Couple ship turbines, let's get damage control and things, a few of the like basic stuff. And then we can start thinking about, you know, what sort of... I mean, we could go for additional, like a bomber focus or a scout focus. I think a torpedo bomber for our ships would be good. And then, yeah, we can start really putting some additional work into building up a decent fleet. It's going to take years, but we'll get there. For now, the ships we've got should be enough to handle, like, Portugal. Right, light armor designs, we'll let that run. Tank destroyer, airport. Installation security, we want that. Not that we have a huge amount of installations, but oh well. And we've got some of our industry and stuff coming online now. So, Bilbao, Montoro, so Cadits. Malaga, we get an extra. A couple of extra there. Right, Cartagena, we'll drop another one on you. Not on Barcelona. Because for whatever reason, Barcelona has not been identified as a heavy industry area. Madrid's only got one more IC left to build anyway, so it's going to free up a tiny bit. And then over here, and that's along with Santa Cruz de la Tenerife. Okay, so we have a whole 14 IC left to play with. Let's have a little think on what we want to build next. We could start building some basic destroyers now that we've, got a little bit of practical to play with. We do have the ability to build a battleship, but it would take a very long time and they would be very old-fashioned as it stands. It's only a level 2, so I mean we're talking very weak. But so for that we build some torpedo boats that are even cheaper. Still provide a 0.5, so I mean it's probably more efficient to go with the torpedo boats in the short term. So let's build a set of 5 of them. No, should we go destroyers? What's the range? What's the differences? So I mean you're getting substantially better ships with the torpedo boats, with the destroyers I mean. Yeah, let's build some. Let's get some destroyers going. And then I think air wing wise, let's get another couple of fighters. Start building that fighter force up. That's the airport. Thank you very much. Okay, and we're on to basic mobilization now. At which point can we get mixed industry? All the below. Neutrality is at least below 50. Okay. Right, and that's just dropped our consumer needs good massively. Yeah, and got us a huge amount more production. Right, let's get another 4 of the not very good class. Or we could get some more planes. We could build a flying boat for our naval bomber. And we could get some carrier air groups. Just build some, yeah, get some accompanying units along with a little bit more air power. That's better from a production standpoint now. We're not looking as bad. And we've got a much better IC split now. So, fast battleship design upgrade. You want that capital ship main armament, heavy AA guns and the like. Let's get battlecruiser armor. No, we don't need to do heavy. Yeah, torpedo protection. There we go, beautiful. And we can start doing a few capital ship related techs. Could even start looking at carriers. Send our relatively fast tank division that way. Yeah, and it would be very nice to build up like a little setup. Right, there we go. Right, machine gun focus at 1940 level, that's good. Capital ship, light anti-aircraft fire. Calm things down. Hydrophone 6. And then the rudder screws, etc. We want to get all of those. So, hull optimization, sure. Seriously, you can't beat a militia unit. I have to send someone to help you. I do think that the 3x3 layout has its advantages, so that's how we're going to go. Let's unlock the ability to at least get seaplane tenders, and then we can start getting things like carrier armor thickness. Let's go for carriers, because they are the way to go normally. And it is only 1938, we've still got a lot of time. Cast armor. torpedo protection. Ammunition capacity at 39. Yeah, let's get the bulkhead layout. Jesus, this is like a proper fight against a single partisan unit. Right, high popularity. People like the government. We're doing well. Shocking. Got 63 on leadership as well, which is not bad. Right, we can buy chromite from Soviet Russia, and we're going to do that. Aids of our production a little bit. Machine gun mortar team support. Let's make our units as brilliant as we can. Okay, and once that Guadalajara one finishes, and once Madrid finishes, that would gather us another 12 IC that we can use to do that plane queue. And then, you know what, we might as well bomb the hell out of that group as well. Bombing sites 38. Carrier optimization, and then I did go for closed and double hangar stuff, so we can at least build some decent ships fairly quickly. Right, amphibious warfare equipment and carrier hangar. Let's get closed hangar safety procedures. We want some survivable hangars. And then Great War analysis and advanced. Up to 1922 level, very good. So we might finally figure out how the Great War was actually won. Well done. The mighty Spanish scholars. Right, let's get the infrastructure and transport one. Let's try and make our setup as efficient as possible. Double hangar, and then there's not reason really to not do any of these, so we definitely will go for them. Right, let's take Voronov, and he can handle that uprising. Oh, that's a shame, we lost high popularity. Well, that's a bit of a pain, but oh well. We'll make it work. Now, I wonder, do we have access to any other laws? Ah, full mobilization's just come on. So. We've got a whole bunch of 1938 level techs that we need to grab in a minute. For doctrinal stuff. Right, these are just straight bonuses, so we want to grab those. Now for Blitzkrieg, divisional command structure, that's good. And we're up to 65 in leadership now, so I want to get the tank crews training because just makes our tanks a little bit better. We might as well get all of the Blitzkrieg ones that we unlocked from our war. Society. Volunteer army, that gives us a little bit more IC, basic training. It just gives us some bonuses, free press. It's only consumer product orientation that we're sort of missing now, and so we need under 50 on our neutrality, and ooh, we are not far off. In fact, where are we at? So I wanted to declare war on you. So yeah, we've got another month or two. And then we'll position to do a mixed industry. So elastic defense we'll want. Yeah, we've got access to a lot of different people's like doctrinal stuff, which is really cool. Right, including some of our own like central planning, which we need to grab. Now we're just waiting for Voronov to finish up. Infantry support tanks. Rolling artillery barrages. So we've got only 4 of the doctrinal ones that we need to grab. Come on, Voronov. Yeah, there we go. Right, Hedgehog defense, mass assault advance. Right, Germany wants us in their faction, which is interesting, actually. Well, they've stopped now. Because I'm definitely leaning towards the Soviets. And oh, we've got 4 IC left over. Okay. So, I'm building a few different things in a variety of different areas. We could build a few more light bombers. Or we could build some medium bombers. I mean, they're quite a bit cheaper, aren't they, the light bombers? So you know what, we'll grab those. By February 8th of 1939, we'll be ready to go. Zamora. I wonder if Bobby Zamora is named after Zamora. Bobby Zamora used to play football, for those that are uninitiated in English football. He used to play for West Ham at one point, I believe, and he also had some time at Queen's Park Rangers, where I'm pretty sure he scored a goal to get them promoted one year into the Premier League from the Championship. There you go, there's your football insight for the day. Right, 1940, artillery flexibility, yeah, we're the ones that set all of these up. Let's get integrated support, make our artillery a little bit better, and then we can get naval underway replenishment to improve our range. Japan enforce conquer on Yuan. And yeah, medium armor, we'll have the ability to create it at least. Okay. So in the small ship world, we've pretty much got everything. We're just waiting for the screws and rudder, which is probably, yeah, so small ship technology we can grab next. And then we can get naval underway replenishment. And we can also get some of our operating techs for our infantry and the like. I wonder, how far away are we from getting motorization? Truck and prime maneuver. Okay, that's all we're waiting on. Oh, expand our heavy industry in La Corona. And we're already building that up, so that's now a level 3 grouping. And the twin-engine fighter has finally been built to complete our twin-engine fighter group. Right, transport engines, thank you. Naval underway, that's what we're doing already. And then let's get our recon unit stuff going. Try and make our units as speedy as we can. Right, seaport capabilities. just want to make our recons, etc. as quick as we can. Right, motorized support units, which gives us the ability to start motorizing up our units a little bit more. So, mixed industry. Now, if we were to switch to you, what does that do? Let's give us a little bit more efficiency. Seaport. I really want to motorize some units here. Start motorizing our army a little bit. Full mobilization mixed industry build has... oh wow, that's got us going very quickly now. We're up until December now for a lot of our stuff. Not bad at all. In fact, we've even got a little bit of spare IC now, even though we're building a full production queue, including some surviving militia. Now, I don't suppose... yeah, we probably need to build their grouping as well now. So that's what we will do. Hydrophone advance. Finally up to 38. Seaplane tender. Right, dual purpose guns, we want to get that. Yeah, we've now got some decent destroyers and the like. We were just waiting for that next class of small ship to improve and create. And then we can put a little bit more into supply. And then let's work out some trades. So we're running low on energy. USA. We will buy... yes, we will buy a huge amount of energy. Metal. We only need probably about 20. We go with Chile. And we'll buy 30 just to make sure we haven't got any deficit issues. Now, Reds are only down 1.1 a day. Do a trade with the Soviets. Buy 5. And then who's lacking supplies? Italy. Do you want us to sell you some things? Nope. Soviets. Nope. Poland. Nope. France. Okay, so France. Ah, balls. I didn't mean to press the offer button there. Right, Bank for International Settlements. Gives us a little bit more of a boost, and that's 10 IC that we'll probably want to take advantage of. Let's get ourselves a few more planes. We are rapidly closing the gap, at which point we can probably invade them, so that's good. Let me reply to this message. It's a Pokemon keyboard, right, with some of the buttons replaced with different types of Pokemon cartridge in a keyboard setting. I've got to say, I'm up for that. It's impressive. Right, what are we wanting to do? We're wanting to... Yeah, we're into 39, so... Let's do economic spying. Oh, we still need to reduce our neutrality. We've got to stick with it. So, economy focused. So, manufacturing plants, and then it's still Badajoz, which we're still producing in. Yep, and it's still going to be La Corona. Yep, okay. Still going to give us a pretty hefty IC bonus for a little while, which is good. And we're going to have some more planes out relatively soon. Yeah, money for supply. We will do that. Thank you very much. Right, yeah. Armoured unit training. We've only got one armoured division, but if we can have it as good as we can, that would be great. Supplies for money. And capital ship. Yeah, we'll let all those capital ship ones run. And some more planes. Including giving that person an actual leader. Capital ship secondaries. Let's get our techs up as quickly as we can, and some more CAGs. Boom. Let's build a decent little CAG force here. We'll build another 4 because they're quick and cheap to get out. We're already building a lot of planes. We could build some more destroyers now. So we could get another 4 destroyers. Just get them in waves. So 344 versus 332. Bombing site, which I imagine is going to make that 41. It is indeed. Now motorization of infantry, which is a big grab. Ship main armament, we'll let that run, and then we can think about getting AP and HE ammunition. And then industrial production. I'll plate fitness to 45. Industrial production can stay there. Oh, we've got quite the little nation set up here. We can take you up to here to go deal with that little rebellion. Right, we could build a couple of seaplane tenders just to get a bit of carrier practical. So you know what, that's what we're going to do. Supplies for money. Oh, and then that jumps us up to 13 on the old supply level, which is not bad. Capital ship, medium anti-air. Yeah, we'll let those all run. Okay, so seaplane tenders, we've got some of those in production. Let's build a few torpedo boats. Nothing crazy, but just a couple. Let's get 6. The Navy did well for us, so we're going to invest in them. Okay, and then there's some 33 level techs there that we can move on to. Supplies for money, because we're now losing money, which is frustrating. Naval bomber prototype, what's in it? 38, so that's fine. Come on, fast battleship designs, capital ship hull optimization. These are the sorts of things we want to see coming online. Okay, so still got a lot of building up to do. Capital ship screws. We're not moving on any of those, we're just going to let it run. Right, and then on February we'll have some more industry out. And the introduction help one, that can go bye-bye. We'll just disable for 1 year. And then let's get single engine. Yeah, we need light carrier classes and stuff before we can get the next level of CAGs and stuff. Fair enough. We are working on all of that though. Okay, light bombers, let's grab that as well. Right, and it'll be interesting to see when the war kicks off, what sort of impact that has. Barbed wire. Medium bombers. We've got a lot of stuff to carry on building on up. Right, including now yet more planes to deploy. Now the real question is, what do we want to build up next? I mean, I feel like I want to build up our core commands so that they can actually just fight as units, and I think I might build them up sort of as soon as possible. The question is, how do we build them up? So, like for example, you, Konev, I think we want to give you a decent little armoured group. We could give you like a light armour attachment, and an armoured car, and a motorised engineer. And light vehicle, and HQ, and then we just need like maybe a semi-motorized infantry detachment. That doesn't cost that much, it's fairly cheap. We could build a few of them. Or we could just attach a HQ defense attachment. But it's only got a speed of 4. Basic infantry regiment. Decisions. Oh, let's give it the HQ defense attachment. Let's do that. Let's build a few of these. Get 2 for now. And then they can go into our HQ units. I'm not sure if they're particularly good, but they should be able to at least cause HQ divisions not to break. Right, and then carriers. Yep, we're still building that up very nicely. That's fine by me. Right, 33 level there as well. It's those that are like driving the delays, those 33 level techs that are just delaying everything else. I wish we could build actual destroyers that of a destroyer class. Not this bullshit. Right, flying boat prototype. Improvements. That's fine, we can get the 39 level 1 there because we might as well. Right, any other 39 techs, so the basic education enhancement and then combat medicine and stuff we need to grab. Right, so that frees up a bit more as well, so we can get civil defense. And yeah, more planes, so you're a group. You're a group. You're one. Let's get another couple. CAG bomber focus. Yeah, we can let that run. Let's just carry hangars that we're waiting on now. Okay, so we can now do light carrier class. Okay, so that didn't actually take that long to do. It was a fair amount of upfront IC requirement, but overall not too bad. First aid for a minus 20% to our attrition rate. Close hangar safety procedures at 1940. Double hangar, which is good. And then first aid. Combat medicine. 1940, 1939 level any on here. Yeah, the airplane radio communications, let's make our fighters as good as possible. And we've rapidly industrialized. I mean, 211 IC is not bad at all. I'm not sure where that would put us with some of the others, but that's not bad. And we can get carriers. There we go. So we've built that up nicely. Supplies, good. And yet another plane. And another interceptor wing. Okay, not bad. The Navy is going to be heavily rewarded for sticking with us. Right, armor designs, tank destroyer, advance. Right, destroyer for frigate and air-based warning. And then infantry and the like, yeah, motorization of cavalry. So there's a few that we still need to grab. I mean, we're still not motorized fully yet. Right, double hangar. Central planning. 1940. Industrial zone organization. And then finally moving on to basing. Because we want Marines eventually. And how are you looking now? So, it's not that far away, actually, all things considered. Portugal is still drifting towards the Allies, which means they're going to be very central. How about South Africa? Because if they join the Allies, which they probably will do, you know what, it'll have been a waste of time going for them. Yeah, it's not really work, does it? Let's remove our spy priority from them and then just concentrate on those other 4 nations. Because hopefully that'll top them up with enough time. Right, we need to put a little bit more of our setup away from that into espionage. So, hedgehog defense, 39 level. Right, we can start making some homebrew armor soon. Not bad. Float plane. And armored support choice. Okay, so. We want things with the maximum punching power, really. So we want the assault guns. Maybe the anti-tank. The engineers. We might as well just chuck the recon in for a little bit of a speed bonus as well. Let's make things as strong as we can. And nearly 200 IC production queue, which is beautiful. That's not bad at all. Speaking of which, does anyone need any extra? Seville, you're on to your last, are you? Yeah, okay. So we'll get another one there, get another one here, one there, another one in Malaga. We've got a huge amount of our production sort of centered in the south. Right, Madrid, that's already full. I guess it's just like Bilbao. Yeah, you need another one. And yeah, La Corona is a level 4 industrial center. That's impressive. Right, rolling artillery barrages at 1940. We can carry off that now. Nutritional warfare is fine. Railroad network 39, thank you. And engineer unit training, thank you very much. Hey, tank crews. Motorization of infantry. Get defensive position designs enhancement, and we're back round to our artillery. So overall we're doing a very good job of like building things in, making a smart army decision. We just can't afford war with Germany particularly quickly, that's for sure. We'd be in for a bad time. Alright, hydrophone. Level 6. And yeah, let's have a look at the rocket artillery. Right, nationalising the private sector, expand our small shipyards, tank destroyer, yes. So I've already picked, haven't I, to have tank destroyer, so what I have is enough. Expand our heavy industry in Cartagena. Okay, so that's going to make that better down there for the existing IC, which is good. And our flying boat is about to be out. Hey, there we go. Now we can attach you into here. Beautiful. Okay, so 223 IC without any expansion is pretty good going. I'm happy. The question is, how much would we get out of taking, you know, Portugal? Is there a way we can specifically target them adversely? Because I would really like to F them up. I mean, the only other nation we could go for is Ireland, thinking about it. That's actually extremely tempting, because they normally stay neutral. Okay, so if we were to... yeah, fuck that. We'll stick with two nations. Artillery flexibility at 1940. We'll take a bit away from you and we'll start putting it into espionage. Let's build up that espionage level. Try getting as many spies as we can a day. Build another couple of convoys. Because what I'm thinking, as I say, is a grand old push to try and take out Ireland. Because we've got a little bit more IC up for the taking up there. We could overwhelm their navy quite easily. That would be... yeah, that would be interesting. It would also give us a bit of a jumping off point against the Brits one day, if we did want to go for them. And that's a big if, I will admit. So, some more of our lovely little HQ reinforcement divisions. Motorization of infantry, which means we can now probably get, yes, motorized support choice, etc. So, yeah, we want military trucks. So, what we want first is we want recon. We then want light armor. We then want engineers. And then finally, I think assault guns, because they don't give you a speed debuff. Yeah, they don't. Okay, so assault guns. Lovely. Bonuses across the board. Right, recon unit. Take them away. Integrated support's only at 38, but ooh, we're getting a whole load of additional options over here. So, we can get pack artillery going, which is good. Let me get the best into officers, and then start building up our officer ratio, etc. once again. And as I say, I think an invasion of Ireland wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I think we could easily overwhelm them with our units. We have enough to get some units over there. And as I say, they don't often sort of turn away they don't really join a faction normally, so they'll be an easy grab whenever, a bit like Portugal. Right, Prime Minister, give him a new position. Right, military police. Heavy AA guns, thank you very much. We've run out of fighter names. And we do have a fair amount of Air Force commanders, which is good. That's actually really good, because we can build up a really decent sized Air Force then and actually have commanders in all of it. But yeah, I'm thinking like Spanish Ireland has a nice ring to it. Okay, so tech-wise, we're at 34 for them. We could build yet more destroyers. We get another 4. Let's keep that building on up. And we've got a carrier-based air force ready. Infantry support tank. Heavy AA guns, yeah, anti-air ammunition, and yeah, we can go back round to our artillery techs now because we need to get onto them. And yeah, Cuba and Portugal, so between them we'd be getting about 40 IC to add to our own, which is not too bad. We'll take that. We've got any additional laws that we could grab? We could grab war economy. And in my testing, it normally makes sense to. So you know what? We're going to do that. And we're going to see what sort of impact that makes. So, low popularity. So, yes. Yes. No, what I have is enough. You don't need medium for that. So a 160 is still better than, but with all the IC efficiency enhancements, it's definitely better. Because we'll be getting out, our industry, yeah, in breakneck speed now. Dual purpose guns at 36. Take away these. Yeah, war economy might not be the most efficient at the moment thinking about it, but fuck it. Make sure that our consumer goods can't build up too much. 150 then. So we've got the majority of the production queue underway. Yeah, and that means June for the destroyers. Yes, we want light armor. We need another trade for, like, supply. Australia. No. Turkey. No. Soviets. No. Nope. No one's interested in our lovely supply. extremely sad. Battleship armor thickness. I wonder if that leads to anything else. Now we can get battle cruiser as a result, so we'll do that. Right, supply some money. Thank you both. That's going to turn us green on the money front, I hope. Motorized support units. CAG fighter focus. Motorized support units. Nope. Battle cruiser, yes. We do want small warship thingy-mabobby and AP ammunition. Little bottom prototype. Right, we can get aero engine research. And yet another mountain division. Somewhat up and running. Santa de la Cruz. Ah, that's the Tenerife spot, isn't it? Yeah. You need a little bit extra. So we're doing 2 in like all of our heavy industry provinces. Right, I'm going to call it an episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Spain campaign. Thanks again. Bye-bye.